Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix and today is August 3rd, 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. There's just a smidgen of news today, so let's go ahead and talk about it. First up, Gary Chalk is going to be at TFCon Baltimore. I am so excited. I am really hoping that I can get a signature or even a selfie or something with him. I'm really looking forward to that. So hopefully you're going to be at TFCon Baltimore October 22nd to the 24th. Next up, we've got some closer looks at Mirage from Beasts, Rise of the Beasts. We're going to be talking about that going to be talking about the movie here just in a second. And yeah, it's a Porsche, and it looks pretty good. I swear, Jazz gets no love. That's a shame. Oh well. Next, the Funko Pop of G1 Shockwave is out at UK retail, and he's just sitting on shelves. And man, I really kind of want this stupid thing. As I've said before, I am not a fan of Funko Pop, but there's just something about this that's so wonderful and dumb that I've just got to have it. In some rather unpleasant news, Transmutate has been delayed from the Hasbro Pulse. There's no real reason why it's been delayed, but I suspect it's just because of the global shortage of all the things. Like right now, getting things shipped is really difficult, and it's odd because there are no transistors in toys, but the global shipping channels are just royally screwed up. So, unfortunately, Hasbro Pulse won't have this figure until September 1st. And finally, going to talk about a little bit of what's been going on in Transformers and other Hasbro properties. So, I've been seeing this in a lot of different places. First off, G.I. Joe Snake Eyes just utterly bombed at the box office. Like, utterly bombed. It had an $88 million budget, and it came in at $13.3 million in opening weekend. That is tragically a massive bomb in terms of box office. Now, it might have a long tail in terms of streaming or even DVD sales or Blu-ray sales, but I doubt it. And everything I've heard about the movie is not that great. Also, Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom has been met with not a lot of interests from fans, and it's not been showing up on Netflix. Netflix kind of holds stuff to its chest, but from what I'm hearing in terms of like the back end, like both it and He-Man have fallen out of the top 10 of things to watch on Netflix. So that sucks. I can understand why Kingdom fell out because, quite frankly, it wasn't great, and it's kind of been panned. The whole series was kind of panned at this point. The first set, Siege, did really well. Then most of my friends who are not Transformers friends, but they're adjacent. They grew up with Transformers, but they're not super fans. Hated Kingdom, hated Earthrise, absolutely hated it. And I really feel like Earthrise kind of poisoned the well. Because, let's face it, Earthrise wasn't that great. It was pretty bad. Kingdom's a lot better than Earthrise. A lot better. But it's still not great. And then He-Man, I enjoyed He-Man. I liked it a lot, but it was marketed poorly. Like, let's face it, they marketed it really poorly to what it actually was. And let's kind of face it, fanboys are, myself included, pretty bad when it comes to things that aren't exactly what they want. Now, that all being said, it looks like, and pretty much has been verified, that Rise of the Beast has been delayed to 2022 Christmas holiday season. And that is in this public catalog for the project date of publication. And this is something that's got to be put out for copyright. I mean, this is copyright stuff right here. And yeah. Yeah. It's not actually coming out until the end of 2022. So this is really interesting. So work on the movie began in May of 2021. It's supposed to be done, or work is supposed to be completed in June of 2022, and then it's going to be published in 6 months later. That tells me that they're having issues with not the filming, but the post-production work. So my guess is that year is going to be filming because of COVID and Delta and all that fun stuff. And then they're going to continually churn through post-production and, you know, all of these tech companies, all of these houses that build, or I'm sorry, all of these companies that do post-production and visual effects, they're all working from home too. And I would bet that these folks aren't allowed to bring these super powerful computers that they have home. So that's probably been a major problem for them, for the motion picture industry. So yeah, it sucks. I mean, it sucks that we're going from a summer release to a winter release, but at least it's getting a release in a holiday season. Holiday is actually a good time for an action flick because, you know, people go watch movies during the holiday season. So yeah, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's also not a death knell or a knife through the heart or anything. All right, folks, one last thing to note is that Target, especially the Targets in my area, are finally doing their toy aisle reset. I was able to get Bumblebee, a Buzzworthy Bumblebee or Origin Bumblebee today, thanks to my good buddy Extra Zero. He apparently has been going to the same Target that I've been going to, and he told me that they were on the shelves. So I'm going to head back over there tomorrow to see if I can get either T-Rex or the Worlds Collide set, or heck, even the Ark. We'll see. So yeah, Targets are starting to do their reset, so be sure to head over to your local Target this week to see if you can pick up some new figures. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of all this news and stuff down in the comments, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.